The human brain is the most powerful tool we possess. It allows us to learn, solve problems, and understand the world around us. But there is something strange about the brain. It is incredibly intelligent, and at the same time, it constantly lies to us. Not intentionally, but automatically. Every single day, your brain creates a version of reality that feels completely true. Yet, in many situations, that version is only a simplified story. The brain is constantly trying to make the world easier to understand. There is simply too much information around us. Too many sounds, too many faces, too many details. So the brain uses shortcuts. Psychologists call these shortcuts cognitive biases. They allow the brain to make fast decisions, but they also distort reality. For example, imagine you walk into a room and notice two people whispering. Your brain instantly creates a story. Maybe they are talking about you. Maybe they dislike you. Maybe they are judging you. But in reality, you have almost no information. Your brain filled in the missing details. Another example happens in everyday conversations. Someone sends you a very short message, just a few words. Your brain immediately begins interpreting the tone. It might feel cold, or impatient, or even rude. But the truth is that text messages remove most of the signals humans normally use to understand communication. There is no facial expression, no tone of voice, no body language. Yet the brain still tries to guess the meaning, and the guess often feels like certainty. This happens because the brain prefers a clear story instead of uncertainty. The brain dislikes the sentence, "I don't know." So instead of waiting for more information, it creates a quick explanation. And once that explanation appears, it begins to feel like truth. But highly intelligent observers often notice this pattern. They understand that the brain's first interpretation is rarely the full picture. Instead of trusting the first thought that appears, they slow down. They observe. They gather more information. They ask simple questions. Could there be another explanation? Do I actually know what happened? Or am I simply guessing? These questions interrupt the brain's automatic storytelling, and suddenly the situation looks different. The two people whispering might simply be discussing something private. The short message might have been written in a hurry. The strange tone in someone's voice might come from stress, not disrespect. When you start noticing how often the brain creates stories, something interesting happens. You become more aware of your own thinking. You start questioning your first reactions. And over time, your understanding of human behavior becomes more accurate. Not because the brain stops making assumptions, but because you learn not to trust every story it tells. The brain is powerful, but true intelligence often begins when you realize that even your own mind can be wrong.